Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be another vegan and gluten-free recipe. My mom's birthday is tomorrow, so I decided for her birthday I'd make her this vegan and gluten-free lemon blueberry cake. You know the drill. Let's first go through the 9 ingredients going into this cake. First up, there's 2.5 cups of gluten-free flour. There's also 1 1/4 cups of white granulated sugar, 3 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, 3/4 of a cup of unsweetened almond milk, 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 1/3 cup of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and finally 1 1/4 cups of fresh blueberries. Before I get into the recipe steps, I want to make a quick note here that I'm using a little bit of vegan plant butter to grease the cake pan. All right, now for the 7 recipe steps, and I've linked the recipe down below that I'm following in case you want to check it out and make this cake yourself. For step number 1, I'll combine all the dry ingredients in a large glass bowl. For step number 2, I'll add all the wet ingredients into the glass bowl with the dry ingredients and stir until the batter is just combined. For step number 3, I'll gently mix in half of the fresh blueberries. For step number 4, I'll pour the batter into a greased and lined 9-inch cake pan. For step number 5, I'll scatter the remaining 1/2 of the fresh blueberries over the top of the cake, and I'll gently press them into the top of the cake. For step number 6, I'll place the cake pan in my oven and let the cake bake for about 1 hour at 355 degrees Fahrenheit. And the way that I'll check that it's done is I'll insert a toothpick into the middle of the cake, and if it comes out clean without any batter on it, that means it's ready to take out. And then for step number 7, the last step of this recipe, I'll remove the cake pan from the oven. I'll let it cool for a few minutes, actually a little bit more than that. And eventually I'll enjoy this cake with my mom because I'm gonna bring this over to my parents' house so we can enjoy this cake together. Before I start making this cake, I wanna introduce the sponsor of today's video. It's KEDSUM. I'm so excited to be working with them. They were kind enough to send me a 9-inch spring form cake pan, and I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. So here is what the beautiful cake pan looks like. It's made out of stainless steel. The feature that I'm most excited about with this is there's a latch here on the side, and what happens is the sides and the bottom come apart. This will make it very, very easy for me to remove the cake, and I won't have to be digging it out. You know, it's just a great feature, and I've never ever owned a cake pan like this. A few other things I want to highlight about this cake pan. It has a nice grooved bottom. This is also dishwasher safe, so whenever you're done using it for whatever your baking needs are, you can just disassemble this and put it into your dishwasher and clean it. And probably the best part about this, aside from the fact that you can latch it and undo the sides from the bottom, is that it's rust-free and toxin-free. So thank you very much to KEDSUM for sending me this beautiful cake pan. I also got a set of 4-inch mini pans. They also come apart like this one from KEDSUM, and I'm gonna link that short video for you at the end of this one, so be sure to check that one out as well. All that being said, let's get started making this vegan and gluten-free lemon blueberry cake for my mom's birthday. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to release this cake from the cake pan. I've let this cool for like 20-25 minutes. I wanted to be extra sure it was warm to the touch. It wouldn't be hard to get the sides off of this pan. I'm gonna grab this release hatch or latch, release the sides. Oh my gosh. gosh, here we go. And there it is. So I'm just gonna set this to the side. Don't need that anymore. You can see this whole cake. I'm absolutely obsessed with this type of cake pan. I don't know why I didn't have one of these before, but the KEDSUM collaboration was perfect. I mean, it's still a little bit warm, so just to be sure, I'm gonna keep it on here. But let's get you a close-up of this. As you can see, the cake got a lovely light brown on the outside. I also love too that you can see some of the blueberries peeking through that were inside of the cake batter, not on top of the cake. Overall, I'm so happy with how this turned out, and I cannot wait to dig into this. I'm gonna get going now. I'll probably put this in some kind of airtight Tupperware container, maybe get a bit of a wrap on it just to keep it moist and ready to eat. So with that, I'll say thank you so much for watching this. And one last time, I want to say a big thank you to KEDSUM for sending me this lovely 9-inch round cake pan. I've seen these types of cake pans before on several baking shows. I finally have one now. That's the spring form type where you can just release the nice bottom and not have to worry about digging in and getting whatever it is that you baked. Take care, my lovely foodies, eat well, and I'll see you in the next upload on this channel. Bye!